Okay, there we go. So, Daniel, do I have your permission to record you?
Yes, you do.
Okay, on the call with us today is Daniel Costa, longtime Cal Exit supporter. And today we're talking about a new development with the California Independence Movement, something called the Political Action Committee. You can check out interviews that I had done with Hannah Miyamoto, talking about the legal details of the PAC, and with Hal Lord, talking about why everyone in the Cal Exit movement can support the PAC. But today we're going to talk to Daniel Costa, who has a great deal of experience reaching out to other organizations, reaching out to complete strangers, and bringing them in. Daniel, why should someone, no matter what Cal Exit organization they're with, support the PAC? Why should they back the PAC?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, Marcus. I'm really excited about this because, as a layman on as far as PACs, I wanted to study this, and I watched the videos. I talked to Hannah, that's an expert on this, who has started this organization, and it's really something very important for our movement. And so I want to tell you and convince you that a pack, which sounds kind of boring initially, is super important because it can do a variety of things for the movement. So, Marcus, do you want me to explain?
What does it do? Why I'm a regular member? Why should I got my Cal Exit group. Why should I back this PAC? It's not something I own, I can control. Other people can participate in it. Why should I believe that me helping out with the PAC will benefit me? How does the PAC benefit everybody? What does the PAC do? What do you get?
That's a good question. So, a pack does many things. It practically does everything. Um, whereby a 503C or 504C can only do certain things, a pack can do pretty much everything. So, what is a pack? A pack is basically a way. If you think of, if you think about it as a bank account that you're trying to get money into for all the different organizations. Yes, California, Independent California, CNP, or whatever. It's a fund, and it's basically like a grassroots type of movement. Like Bernie Sanders, like this. So basically, a PAC, you can put money, anybody can put money into an organization, and you don't even have to be a member. This is what's great of any organization, and say, well, you know what? I like this organization or I like this, but I don't want to become a member right now. But you can fund it. So basically, you could put a $1, $5, $10 in it, and it accumulates in this bank account fund to be used for a variety of things. So let me tell you what those things can be. So basically, it can influence elections. For example, that means that the PAC can support a candidate and put into to his election campaign, which is huge because 503s can't do that, or 504s. They're just educational organizations. But the PAC can do that. And by doing that, um, it has respect of the candidate because now it's funding its campaign and it can get its message across because now it has influence. But I'll talk about that a little bit later. What else can it do? It can support or oppose proposed ballot initiatives. So again, it can advertise for an initiative, and Marcus will maybe hit upon that a little bit. but we're having an initiative come up in 2020. So this is a great means to advertise that initiative. And we can oppose initiatives like dividing California by a billionaire if we want to, and advertise on that.
So you're saying a PAC allows you to influence politicians and begin to influence the official narrative of high-level decision makers in California. Is that fair?
Completely, absolutely, and that's a huge, powerful means, and it's been done by politicians. It was enacted by politicians, and so to be able to do that, so that they could get funding for their campaigns. That's basically the system of getting candidates to acknowledge an organization that's important to them, and so if they get certain funds, they're going to be more apt to give that message out. And because if that PAC is very important, and let's be absolutely clear on this, the more the PAC has money, the more they're influential. But if that PAC becomes serious and has media attention and has considerable funds, then they will be more likely to put on your message, even if they were afraid to do so before. In the example of independent California, with Gavin Newsom always saying we're a nation, we're this, and staying clear of independence. If we support that, and there's, we have, 200,000 supporters of this, he's going to be much more inclined to say, okay, I'm supported. I can say, I can even mention Independent California as an organization, which right now nobody, no politician, even when they think about it, can't say because they don't have enough support financially or publicly. So that's a huge thing for as far as a PAC. Then let me go on the list after that. A PAC can contribute directly to campaigns. Gavin Newsom wants to has our message, wants to put our message out. We can directly contribute to his campaign if we choose to. Then you can spend your own money to influence advocacy campaigns. That means you can or us as individuals, as Californians, as basically see it as a grassroots movement. We can give $1, $5, $10, $20, $250, $500 to that PAC to influence what we want done. And that's huge, because that's, as we all know as intelligent Californians and stuff, is that's the way you influence politicians. Unfortunately, without talking about campaign finance and stuff, it's the system as we see it right now. And so that is huge. And then the other one is PAC, just like
Hold on, I have to stop recording and start another one.